This isn't just about one quiz or one school. It's about how racism often comes dressed in professionalism, how it speaks softly but wounds deeply. It's about how systems of excellence are weaponized to exclude the very brilliance they claim to celebrate. And it's a reminder that sometimes the brightest minds are forced to walk away, not because they weren't good enough, but because they were too different for a world still uncomfortable with black excellence on full display. Until that changes, we'll keep telling these stories, because silence should never be the price of brilliance. The night before the quiz changed everything. Amari Jones sat alone in the science lab, reviewing global climate treaties, the rise and fall of empires, and the periodic table. Facts and dates dancing through her mind like the rhythm of her favorite jazz records. She wasn't just prepared. She was ready to lead. Her fingers were stained with highlighter ink. Her eyes, bloodshot but burning with purpose. She had earned this. Out of 78 schools across the region, she had carried Brookridge Academy to the top. The only black student on the quiz team. The only one from the East Side. The only one on a full-ride scholarship. And still the captain. Tomorrow, the World Schools Quiz Championship would be streamed live. Amari's name would flash across international screens. Her mother had already told the entire neighborhood. The church was planning a watch party. But that night, her confidence would be quietly stolen. It started with a knock on the open door. Mr. Callahan, the school's head of academic programs, white, stiff-collared, always sipping from a Yale mug, stepped inside. "Burning the midnight oil, I see," he said, smiling in a way that made Amari's skin crawl, though she didn't know why yet. She nodded, just reviewing the South China Sea disputes. He chuckled. "Very thorough. Though, may I offer a word of advice?" Of course, she nodded, respectfully. As always, he pulled a chair beside her, folded his arms, and leaned in. Then came the lecture. "You've got a real gift, Amari, sharp as they come. But tomorrow, it's important we present a team that reflects the school's core image." She blinked. "I'm the captain." "Yes, but the judges, well, they have expectations. There's a certain decorum we're known for, a tone, an appearance." Amari sat frozen, the words falling like ashes in her ears. "You got fire, yes, but sometimes brilliance needs to be softened, polished, not so loud, not so urban." Urban, there it was. He told her the team would be rotating in someone else for the final round, just for optics, that she'd still get credit behind the scenes, that her attitude, her natural confidence, could be misinterpreted on a global stage. He used words like composure and alignment and representation, but what he meant was, "You don't fit the face of our success." Amari didn't argue. She didn't cry. She just packed her flashcards and walked home, the stars above her blurring in the night. Her mother opened the door with pride glowing in her eyes, but Amari couldn't meet them. She mumbled something about a change in plans, climbed into bed fully clothed, and stared at the ceiling as the morning sun came up. The next day, the quiz aired. The school won third place. A smiling blonde student held the trophy. Amari's name was never mentioned. But back home, something had shifted. She didn't show up for the next team meeting, didn't enter the next science fair. Her teachers called it a phase. But it wasn't. It was grief. Because when brilliance is punished, it learns to dim itself. But this story doesn't end in silence. 3 years later, Amari started a nonprofit tutoring black and brown students in underfunded neighborhoods. Students who, like her, were told to polish their passion, to shrink in the name of acceptance. She called it Bright Enough, a tribute to every kid who ever had to wonder if they were too much of who they were to be welcomed where they dreamed.